Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about Toru Dutt. Toru Dutt was a Bengali translator and poet from the Indian subcontinent who wrote in English and French. She is seen as one of the founding figures of Indo-Anglian literature alongside Henry Louis Vivian de Roggio and Manmohan Ghosh and Sarojini Naidu. That is known for a volume of poetry in English, She Gleaned in French Fields, which was published in 1877, and Ancient Ballads and Legends of Hindustan, published in 1882, and for her novel in French, Les General de Mademoiselle de Arvers, published in 1879. Her poems revolve around themes of loneliness, longing, patriotism, nostalgia, etc. Dutt died young at age 21, which has influenced some comparisons of her to poet John Keats. Toru Dutt's early life and education. Toru Dutt was born in Calcutta on 4 March 1856 to a Bengali family that had converted to Christianity. Her father was Govind Chandra Dutt and her mother was Kshetramani Dutt, Nimitar of the Ram Bagan Dutt family. The Dutt was one of the first Calcutta families to be strongly influenced by the presence of Christian missionaries. Dutt's grandfather Ramasahai Dutt and her father both held important position in the colonial government. Her cousin Ramesh Chandra Dutt was also a writer and Indian civil servant. Dutt's father converted to Christianity in 1862 when Dutt was 6 years old. Her mother initially resisted conversion but eventually became a practicing Christian as well. Both of Dutt's parents published some writing. Her father wrote poetry and her mother published a translation into Bengali of a religious monograph. Toru Dutt was the youngest child of three after sister Aru and brother Abju. She and her siblings spent most of their childhood in Calcutta, splitting their time between a house in the city and a garden house in the suburb of Bogmary. Dutt was educated at home by her father and by the Indian Christian tutor Babu Sahib Chundar Banerjee, learning French and English and eventually Sanskrit, in addition to her first language of Bengali. During this time, she learned John Milton's epic poem of Christian allegory, Paradise Lost, by heart. She also learned stories of ancient India from her mother. Dutt's brother Abju died of consumption in 1865 when he was 14. Toru Dutt's life in Europe. In 1869, when Dutt was 13 years old, Dutt's family left India, making Dutt and her sister some of the first Bengali girls to travel by sea to Europe. The family spent 4 years living in Europe, one in France and three in England. They also visited Italy and Germany. They first lived in France from 1869 to 1870 in the south of France and in Paris. During this time, Dutt studied French in Nice and was briefly a student at a boarding school. In 1870, the family lived in Onslow Square, Brompton, London, where Dutt studied music. In 1871, they moved to Cambridge, where they remained until 1873. In 1872, the University of Cambridge offered a lecture series, hire lecturers for women which Toru Dutt attended with her sister Aru. At the time, women were not entitled to become members of the University of Cambridge and opportunities for higher education were limited. This was an opportunity for women to access university lectures set up by a group including philosopher Henry Sidgwick and suffragist campaigner Millicent Jarrett Fawcett. Lectures for ladies became Newham College in 1871, but Toru did not herself articulate as a member of the Women's College, presumably because she was living in Cambridge and had no need for college accommodation. Her correspondence does refer to Martin Hall, then the home of Newham College, and to Miss Clough, principal of Newham College. While not a member of Cambridge College, Dutt would have to access to the college's stimulating intellectual discussion and critical thinking. At the end of 1872, Toru met and befriended Mary Martin, daughter of Reverend John Martin of Sydney Sussex College. The friendship that developed continued in their correspondence after Toru's return to India. The family left Cambridge in 1873, living in St. Leonard's, Sussex from April to November 1873, then returning to Calcutta. Toru Dutt's later life. When Toru Dutt returned to Calcutta in 1873 at age 17, she found it challenging to reintegrate with a culture which now seemed like an unhealthy place, both morally and physically speaking. To her Europeanized and Christianized eyes, her sister Aru died of consumption in 1872, aged 20. 3 years after returning to Calcutta, she wrote to her friend Mary Martin, I have not been to one dinner party or any party at all since we left Europe. And if any friend of my grandmother happens to see me, the first question is if I am married. Both statements expressing a frustration with what she saw as a restrictive and conservative society. However, she also recognized that Europe could not replace India as her true home. She took consolation in reinvigorating her studies of Sanskrit with her father and hearing her mother's stories and songs about India. Like both of her siblings, Toru Dutt died of consumption at a young age, 21, on 30 August 1877, at a very early age. And this is the grave of Toru Dutt at Maniktala Christian Cemetery. Her writings. Toru Dutt was a natural linguistic and in her short life became proficient in Bengali, English, French, and then later Sanskrit. She left behind an impressive collection of prose and poetry. Her two novels, The Unfinished Bineca and or The Young Spanish Maiden, written in English, and Le General de Mademoiselle d'Avars, written in French, which were based outside India with a non-Indian protagonist. Her poetry comprises a sheaf gleaned in French field consisting of her translations into English of French poetry and ancient ballads and legends of Hindustan, which compiles her translations and adaptations from Sanskrit literature. A sheaf gleaned in French field was published in 1876 without a preface or introduction. It contains 165 poems, mostly translated from French into English by Dutt, except for one poem composed by Dutt, a Mon Pere, and 8 poems translated by her sister. At first, this collection attracted little attention, though It eventually came to the attention of Edmund Gosse in 1877, who reviewed in quite favorably in the Examiner last that year. She would see a second Indian edition in 1878 and a third edition by Kegan Paul of London in 1880. But that lived to see neither of these terms. The second edition added 44 new poems, a portrait of Torudat and her sister, and a preface by their father. At the time of her death, she left behind two novels, Le General de Montemosley, Mademoiselle and Diavers, published posthumously in 1879, the first novel in French by an Indian writer, and Bineca, or the Young Spanish Maiden, thought to be the first novel in English and an Indian woman writer, in addition to an unfinished volume of original poems in English and Sanskrit translations. Ancient Ballads and Legends of Hindustan. It was after Dutt's death in 1877 that her father discovered manuscripts of her writings, among which was Ancient Ballads. When Ancient Ballads and Legends of Hindustan was published posthumously in 1882, Edmund Gosse wrote an introductory memoir for it. In this, he wrote of Torudat, she brought with her from Europe a store of knowledge that would have sufficed to make an English or French girl seem learned, but which in her case was simply miraculous. The ballads are essentially Indian in genre and outlook and are the poetical attempts to reveal her return to her land. In them are enshrined what she had learned of her country from books and from her people. She did not anglicize her ideas but kept close to the ethical values of original tales, which while her understanding of modern life and dedication to craft help her to make these ideas of yore relevant to posterity. Some well remembered poems from this volume include A Sea of Foliage, The Lotus, Sita, Arcadurana Tree, etc. Arcadurana tree in particular is often taught in high schools in India as a part of the English curriculum. Her publications that also published translations of French uh, poetry and literary articles in Bengali magazine from March 1874 to March 1877. Notable magazine publications from this time include essays on Losente de Lisle and Henry Louis Vivian Desroziers in December 1874. She also published some translations from Sanskrit in Bengal magazine, October 1876, and Calcutta Review, January 77. In addition, Dutt wrote a great many letters which were published in 1921 as the Life and Letters of Torudat by Oxford University Press, edited by Harihar Das. So, this is the biography of the great Indian poetess Toru Dutt. I hope you understand her biography. Thank you so much. Please like, share, and subscribe upcoming awesome videos.